welcome to the stream. Pebble here, and we are in the middle of starting a game. This is the intro. Usually we do a proper intro. Today we're just going to jump right into it. We're playing Battle Royale Ranked. Why are we playing Battle Royale Ranked, Pebble? Wouldn't you like to just play, I don't know, unranked? Well, there's a reason why I'm playing Ranked. Because apparently I'm being pranked. So on April, I'm not just trying to rhyme either. I'm not a good rapper. So here's what the deal is. On April 1st, Fortnite or Epic Games, let's call it Epic Games because that's who it is. The angry company, right? That's what it really is. It's the angry company that decided to make an April Fool's joke to everybody. And instead of being a real Fortnite thing for Battle Royale unranked games, they have the players look really weird. They have big heads. And instead of getting real guns, they go pew, 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 pew. Isn't that funny? Isn't that fun? No, it's not fucking fun. And no, it's not fucking funny. Sorry, it's not. Sorry to be the fucking down. Like, it's April 4th. It's not funny, guys. But you know what? You know what I should understand? First of all, I get it. It's just a video game. But guys, I stream this stuff here. I'm streaming your shit game, Fortnite. All right? I'm talking shit to you right now. I stream your fucking game that nobody fucking plays anymore. Apparently, nobody likes this game. I see a lot of people that do play it. It looks like there's like 200,000 people in the lobby, in the server overall. All the servers or whatever. But for some reason, you guys want to punish the people that are playing the game. By the way, I might clip this. Why would you do that? Why is that? You know it's not funny. You know it's not. You're like the drunk person that is actually angry. So you're playing a joke, but you're overdoing it. People in the room are starting to go like this. Because you're carrying it on too long. And your joke is now becoming angry, and now you're just drunk. And now everybody's like, okay, all right, you've had a little bit too much to drink. Okay. What do you mean had too much had? What do you mean much had I done had too much? I'm not drunk. That's why I hate fucking alcoholics. I hate people that drink alcohol. I hate it. This isn't about alcohol. This is about Epic Games and their little April Fool's Fortnite prank. I'm kind of joking here, but I'm actually kind of serious. Fuck you guys. I'm streaming your fucking game still. I have other games that I stream, by the way. I don't have to stream your game. By the way, I don't have a lot of views. I should mention that. They're like, dude, it's funny if they like looked in on it. They're like, Pebble? Who's that? It's kind of so like... But seriously, you should take this seriously. Take it as criticism. You guys shouldn't do that to people. A lot of us do. We do like your game, and we play it a lot. What the fuck? And now I'm playing against people that are just ridiculously good. That they played in the Fortnite Olympics. There's people who have played like international Fortnite competitions. They've won thousands of dollars. They're millionaires because they've won tournaments. All right. Let me show everybody what I'm talking about here. Actually, don't. It's so fucking. It'll make me angry. Actually, let's just continue to do this fucking horse shit. And we could also play Fortnite OG, so we're good. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Pebble here. We are streaming on a Saturday. We'll try to keep doing this for a couple hours, I think. The reason I say we'll try, because this is a pretty good window for me to play the game. There's not, like, too many people on the server. It's funny, I was just saying how, like, there's too many people on the server and it's not a smooth stream sometimes. And then just like maybe a couple days ago, Epic Games fired a bunch of its employees. And now they're complaining like nobody plays Fortnite anymore, or they've lost a lot of people or whatever. I don't know what the truth is. And now we've got to wait really long to get into a game. And when we do get into a game, we die really fast because everybody's so fucking good at this game that people could build skyscrapers with the building. Oh, this game pisses me off so much, dude. Alright, let me see something here. Let's do Fortnite OG. And let's settle down a little bit. I'm actually a little bit pissed off at Fortnite. But you know what? This is why human beings running things is not. You know when people are like, "Oh, it's going to be a tough world when AI takes over." No, you're not going to have, dude. It's not going to be like this because this is a human error. This is humans. I really think this is people that are pissed off because they fired a bunch of their buddies. This has to be people that were laid off from Epic that were like, "Hey, do me a favor," to their friends that still work there. Do a prank. Do an April Fool's prank, man. Yeah, man. Do an April Fool's prank, man, and do it for the whole month of April. Fucking retards. What about the people that care? This is all I want to say. I'm going to say one more thing about it. Okay, I've already said it. I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. There's only one reason why I wish I was a big streamer right now. And it's not because I could be rich and I could run around the country with iShow speed and do backflips. I'd love to go to Africa and do backflips. God, I wish I could. I'm pretty sure that if I could, I'm pretty sure I could learn how to do a backflip. I'm pretty sure I could learn. It can't be that hard. But right now, I just wish that I was iShow speed. Just for this one moment. I don't like anything about iShow speed. There's things I like about him. He's a human being. I like that. But I can't stand his style of streaming. But there's one thing I do wish I was him. I wish I was big enough where my voice mattered. And people would stop jerking us around, man. Like, I know, I'm late. Look, here's my problem. I'm late to the Fortnite party. I care about this game way later than everybody else. All the ninjas and the fucking this and that, the PewDiePies and the fucking... all these big... somehow these guys with, like, PewDiePie, like, how did that guy become famous? I'll never know. And that's fine. I think a lot of it has to do with his... he took it like a business, and that was smart. And he also, like, had probably... I would imagine... I've never really seen his stuff. I would imagine he's professional. He does a very professional job, probably. Like, his videos probably have polish to them, and he probably does a good job, like, editing videos and YouTube and shit like that. But I just wish, just for right now, you know that thing where you watch a movie and he goes, "I wish I was big," and then he wakes up in the morning and he's an adult. I wish I was just a big name streamer just for one day so that my voice could be heard about this Fortnite April Fool's prank. You could clip that. You could take it to the bank. What's the time signature right now? It's 9 minutes into. That's perfect number. I can remember the number 9. Remember the Beatles did a song, number 9, number 9, number 9? That's how I'll remember it. That's how I remember things a lot of times. I get something to trigger it. That'll help you remember what you're trying to remember. That's how I'll remember 9. Number 9, number 9, number 9. 9 minutes in, we talked about Fortnite fucking us around. It's April 4th, and I'm still having to deal with that fucking prank that they did with Battle Ryale. What about streamers, huh? What about them? What about people that take your game seriously? People that carried on? Are you mad at us too? Epic Games? Are you mad at us? Are you mad at me? I'm still playing your game. Why do I have to suffer for that? I don't like your April Fool's prank, so guess what? I just don't play it. But that was April 1st. This is April 4th, man. What are we doing here? Anyway, that's all I got to say. Is it all I have to say? I think it's all I have to say. Nice. Is there another person here too? There was somebody shooting at me, but I don't know if it was this guy or that guy. Anyway, I feel good. I'm glad I could get that off my chest. I'm over it. Not going to keep talking about it. But man, that's frustrating, man. And the thing is, this stream, like, hasn't even really, because I stopped the other stream I was doing. Because I was actually I actually attempted to play the Battle Royale. And I go there and I've got a little head and I'm like got a little head and like, why does he have a little head? I'm like, what's going on? Cool. You know what's really funny though? Like, sometimes I would do that on a security guard shift if I was really not that I'm really tired, but like because I did just wake up recently though, and I would kind of like just get on the shift, and I wouldn't feel like bad or good. I just kind of just there, and somebody would just do something really stupid, and they'd start yelling at me, and I literally just got there, and I'm talking about like a guest or like a person, and you know what I would do? Sometimes I would just feel like I would just go for it. Because I don't think they were expecting me to do it. That's why I would do it. I wasn't really that upset about it. Like, even this, I'm not that upset about. But I would just go for it. I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, sure. I guess it doesn't matter that I'm a security guard. You do whatever the fuck you want, you know? That kind of thing. Maybe not to that degree. I would keep it professional. But I would sort of, like, go hard. And it would wake me up. It would, like, get me sort of, like, mentally where I needed to be. Because honestly, when you're doing security, there's something about, like, when you automatically have to deal with a guy who's smacked out of his head on drugs, and he's acting like a fucking, like, teenager, like, fuck you, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Like a 40-year-old guy that you could tell has tattoos all over his face. You could tell he's been to prison. And he's acting like a rebellious teenager, and he's dressed up and, like, his pants are hanging, sagging down. He's 45 years old. And that's the first guy you have to deal with. Sometimes I'll just rip. I'll just come hard in the paint. And that's kind of what happened today. And thank you for letting me do it. And I'm good now. And let's just continue on. Felt great to go. It felt good. I feel great now. I do. I think you can tell. You can tell. He's good now. I'm good now. That was outrageous. Like, you can imagine my surprise when I go into the lobby, the Battle Royale, and I have a big head and a little body, and I go get a weapon, and it says P-E-W, pew, and then when I try to use the weapon, it goes like this with the hand, and I look at the date, because I'm thinking, surely it must be April 2nd or April 1st, and it's April 4th, and they're still doing that. Thank God. Listen, thank God they have OG working again. Well, OG was always working, but OG's better now. I want a sniper, some kind of a sniper thing, if I can help it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What else? What else? There's nothing good here. Let's get out of here. It's like when, you know, there used to be this girl that worked at this fast food place, and I was the security guard in the parking lot. And this girl's mother would park in the handicap lane just to drop her daughter off. And I told her like multiple times, don't do that. And a year went by, and she was still fucking doing it. And after a year, I told myself, if this keeps happening, the first thing I do is I fucking go nuts on this person. That's exactly what I did. I shot her. I'm kidding. I didn't shoot anybody. See, they don't think that that's going to happen, do they? That's a really good weapon. I guess I just need guns at this point, don't I? We got too many of those. Let's go. I kind of, basically what I did is I just kind of was, the mother kept parking there. Oh, look at this. And I dealt with it. I talked to the store manager. I took it seriously. Like, I made a deal out of it. And nobody was really expecting me to do that. And that's where I feel like, I don't know, sometimes you just feel like you're not being heard. You're not being seen. Does anybody feel the same way? Like, I definitely feel like that sometimes. Like, why is no one hearing me? That's probably why I stream. Because I feel like a lot of times in real life, I'm just not heard or seen. Or people smile at me too much. And it's like, if you're smiling a lot, it means you're really just saying fuck you to the person, basically. Because I'm not a smiley guy. It takes energy to smile. Damn it. There we go. Alright, we got a different kind of gun here, finally. There you go. Let's get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I feel better, though. I'll tell you that much. And it felt good when I dealt with that girl. Who's shooting at me? Wow, there's so much going on. Okay. But even after I took it seriously and I said, no, she can't park it. Your mom cannot park in the handicap lane. They still did it like 3 more times. And then I started realizing that the mom was just an idiot. Like, she didn't have mental problems. She was just an idiot. She was just a jerk off. And then I also realized, like, yeah, that was just what I realized. They were jerk offs. That's what some people are just idiots. And a lot of people don't like security guards. I'm glad, like, it's interesting because we would be working. Today we would be working today. And just a lot of people just don't. Ever since I got the bulletproof vest, people were really. And then one girl asked me if I was ICE. But I know she did that just because her friends told her to do it. Look at these guys. Let's let these guys fight it out. That's what you should do here. Let these guys fight. You know that they're going to. Hopefully this guy will stop right there. There you go. Ooh. Damn. Oh, jeez. What's he got here? All right, let's get. We're in the middle of nowhere, and that's why we keep getting fucked with. Oh my god. Well, listen, that's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to take your frustrations out on the game, and that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take this suppressed rifle. Obviously, we're doing great with the sniping. This is a suppressed assault rifle. We're gonna go ahead and. We're doing great with this rifle here. Fuck. Go. Get out of here. I actually have too many snipers. I don't like this rifle that much. There's another sniper rifle. What else do we want here? Any kind of machine gun? Nah, let's go. Nah. Nah. Ner. I'm from Australia. Ner. Is there any kind of gun you want there? Ner. Ner. I never you know, I'm 52 years old. I never realized the ner thing before. I didn't know that Australians talk with that ner. I know that they had a weird accent. I knew it was sort of like English, but like country, and I know English and like British and Aussies don't necessarily get along that well. But I didn't know like that they said ner. Ner. It's a weird, I don't know, when did that happen? I don't know. I really like this. I almost want to get rid of that other rifle that I have, but... What happened there? Why was that guy standing there like that? Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Where is this guy? Alright, we got a 1v1 situation. I think he's camping somewhere. I've noticed that people have been doing that lately. I don't know why. There was one guy that recently was camping and then he nailed me with like a headshot. I'm ready. I'm good to go. Like I could just go into the next zone. I'm ready to roll. Nine seconds, and then we got to run really fast. Might as well start running now. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get your frustrations out. There's a victory royale for us. My God. Thank you. That's what it's all about. I needed that win. Because I honestly was a little bit more annoyed than I needed to be. I was annoyed at Fortnite. I really was. I took it out on the game. Let's take a look at the match stats. The match stats. Eliminations, 7 eliminations. I mean, that's not a fluke. I mean, I remember when we would get like, this is how you play this game. Is because I guess nobody plays anymore. I'll just have to talk to new people that are coming in. When you first start playing this game, you suck and you're lucky to win. And then all of a sudden you learn how to kill people, and then you learn how to eliminate people, and you go, I got 2 eliminations, yes. And then you're not even barely placing. You're lucky to play. Sometimes you get like top 10, but only because you didn't like get involved with people. You learn how to avoid people, and then you learn how to go get people, and then you learn how to win. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble on fire today. A little bit upset. Yes, and rightly so. Listen, I stand by it. I can't be the only one. And then they did this thing called Fortnite OG Endgame, which I could not figure out how to do it. Like, I didn't understand it. It's basically like Endgame, the Marvel Endgame. It's just like the guy, what's the guy with the Galactica or whatever the fuck the guy's name is? What's this guy with the gems in his hand? What's this guy? All right. Let's show everybody why I was so annoyed. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just what do they say? Like, step into it. Like, really, really commit. So here's your little Battle Royale joke that is so funny that you had to stretch it on that you did it on April Fool's, but that wasn't enough for you. Now it's April 4th, and you still are doing this for some reason. Because it was so funny. I honestly, you tell me. Maybe I'm overdoing it here. Is this not annoying, or do some people go, "Oh, some people really liked it"? Is that what it is? Some people actually really like this joke. Let's show everybody what the big joke is. Why not? I'll play into it. Let's do a whole round, and let's see. This is the joke that you thought was worth doing for 4 days. This is the joke you thought was funny for 4 days. Oh, you got rid of it. Yeah, of course you did, because people were complaining about it. You fucking assholes. And the thing is, on this stream, nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. But trust me, there was a prank that they did. Maybe they just... Wait, maybe it still is a prank. Maybe they just did the prank on me. It was just on you, Van Pebble. I think if it was going to be like that, it would have been his. You would see it right now. By the way, we are in a good mood. It is. I am. It is a Saturday. Good spirits. I feel good. I had a tuna fish sandwich today. I haven't had a tuna fish sandwich in a really long time. And there's something about a comfort food like a tuna sandwich where I got like these pickles. I got like 3 pickles. I got a can of tuna, albacore, white albacore tuna. Some of the best tuna ever. Very good. Oh, we have one of those things. We have one of those things that if I get killed, I can, like, revitalize myself. That's interesting. I had a can of tuna, albacore tuna, because that's my favorite kind of tuna, is albacore. This is probably not a great place to go, but you know what? We're already here. Oh, that's not good. And then I got some tuna. I got a bunch of mayonnaise. Threw some mayo in there. Then I got 3 or 4 pickles, and I cut up the pickles and I diced them. And I threw the pickles and the mayo and the tuna, and then I put it on some bread, man. And then I had a bowl of ramen noodles. And I've got nothing right now. Come on, come on, come on! Oh, so they're still doing the pew pew thing. I already have one. So there's still the pew pew thing, which I don't like, but at least it does damage. It's really annoying though. I don't like it, but it is what it is. At least I don't have a big head and I don't look weird. I was hoping I could sit here and complain to people. That's the only thing I can complain about is the pew pew thing. Alright. I feel better. Got 2 of the same gun. Honestly, I could get the pew pew thing is not going to bother me because as long as it works, like if it really does damage, I'm okay with it. I think it's lame as shit, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I mean? Now they say I'm not gonna hold. Look at all the pew pews. Like I don't like the. Well, I mean, if it's an orange pew pew, I think we could do an orange pew pew, right? All right, get out of here. It's good for close-up. As long as it does damage, that's all I care about. I was under the impression that it didn't do anything. And there was no fall damage. Which I do want fall damage. I don't want people to just cartoon their way through this game, man. I'm fucked. Good, let them fight each other. I have no health. I'm super screwed. Pew pew this, pew pew that. Alright. Woo! Oh. Woo! Man, I was trouble. Let's go. Let's move, man. Let's move. Go, go, go! Oh! Yeah. I'm okay. God damn, that was annoying. That was good. Okay. Whew. Man. Right. I think we got some time here. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna grab... Let's get out of here. Alright, let's move. Those guys fight each other. I don't know what's going on. What is this fucking thing as a llama? How many, what is, I mean, if it wasn't so fucking stupid, I'd probably be actually upset about it. It's just so stupid. It's a joke, man. No, I'll tell you what I think is a fucking dumb, and I'm not doing this again. I'm not playing that. I'll do Battle Royale ranked. There's too much bullshit going on in that one. There's a little too much like, you can die, but you have the health thing that saves you that will like reinvigorate you. I don't like that. I'm not interested in that. Let's just play like old school. This is why I like OG. It's old school, man. And the pew pew thing, I'm sorry. Now they did do it's slightly better, but it's not. I can't live with that. I'm not playing that until they change that. I'll do Battle Royale ranked. I'm not playing Battle Royale until they get rid of that fucking bullshit. Epic Games, I was there when no one else was. Don't punish me because people aren't playing your game. Don't get angry at the people that are playing are being punished. Because you're angry because people aren't playing your game. So you're like, I'll show you guys. Who are you? See, it's misplaced anger. Either that, or it really is just a shit. Like Epic Games is just in a bad space. Maybe they have a bad owner, a bad CEO. A lot of times it's bad ownership. Maybe the owner himself is like, "Oh man, we know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. Don't tell us." April Fools. It's the whole month of April, so I'm good April Fools. That's not going to work, guy. It's not going to work, guy. The April Fools thing, it's not funny. By the way, April Fools is for idiots. Anybody that it's like, oh, I can't wait to dupe people. Because now when you go on YouTube and you watch videos, those videos carry on past April 1st. You keep the video up, people think that that's what's going on. So now there's a bunch of misinformation. And people go like, well, you could just, oh, come on, man, you take it too seriously. It's like, am I though? Aren't we already sick of misinformation? Aren't we already sick of fake news? Remember the fake news thing? Where everybody was like, it's fake news, it's fake news. You're actually, April 1st is the worst. If I go to heaven, if there is a place called heaven and I die, it's a good time to talk about it because I'm in the clouds right now. Here I am. Look, I go to heaven and God says, "How you doing?" And I go, "Good." And He goes, "You're in heaven. Congratulations. Can you fill out a survey?" I probably would try to say no, but He would say, "You have to fill a survey out. We want to know what you guys think." All right, you got it, God. No problem. And the top of the survey, it says, what did you think of April Fools? And I'll say, God, it was, for lack of risky, I don't want to risk my heaven time here. Can I still be in heaven if I didn't like it? Yeah, we don't care what, it's your opinion, Van Pebble. He'll call me Van Pebble. It's your opinion. What do you think? Just what do you think? What do you think of it? What do you think of April Fool's Day? I'd say, God, I'm glad you remembered that we were talking about April Fool's Day. What I think of it is that it's a horrible day. It's really misleading. It's really just, it's like basically saying, hey, every prankster out there. Like, has there ever been a good prank? I don't think so. Was Jackass good? That's on the survey too. Did you like Jackass? No, I didn't. And then I'll say, God, why are there so many things on the survey that have to do with pranks and April Fools? And God will say, because a lot of people think life is a joke, Van Pebble. But as God, I can tell you that life is not a joke. That life is quite real. Gene Simmons, is that you? Yes, it is, Van Pebble. You didn't know that I was God? No, I didn't. Anyway. Man, we're in trouble here. Okay, we got to get something going. All right, we didn't get anything going. We don't have any weapons, and there's a lot of people running around. So guess what? Got to do that. Go this way. Yeah, no big deal. We'll just go this way. Let's get out of the snow anyway. I'm sick of the winter time. But if I did make it to heaven, I would say, you know what? That's the one thing I didn't like. And there's a lot of things I didn't like about this life. But in particular, the April Fool's Day thing was a fucking horrible, terrible thing. I hate pranks. I remember one time when I was in high school, I was on the volleyball team. And I was a good, I know what you're thinking, you weren't good. I was good. I was a good volleyball player. I went to volleyball camp, that's why. It was after I went to camp that I actually really learned how to play the game, and I actually was good at it. Actually. And I remember I was so good that I made like a varsity team. That's how good I was. And there was this guy. Nobody really liked me on the volleyball team. That I did notice. Because I actually care. I actually took it seriously, and I tried. You're not supposed to try. And I was sitting in my chair the whole game, you know, just waiting to play. And I finally got to play, and I was so excited. And I went and played, and I did really well. And when I came back to sit in my chair, somebody had waited until I was about to sit down, and they pulled the seat. They pulled the seat. What happened? I thought we just grabbed that thing. And they pulled the seat from under me. And it hurt. It hurt. I landed right down on my tailbone. And I'm here to tell you, that's dangerous. Like, that's not a joke. Not a joke. And that's what I don't like about April Fool's Day. People do stuff like that. They pull a chair on you. At one point, is it going to get too serious where we hurt each other with these pranks? Huh? At what point? When's it enough? When is it not a joke? When do we take things for real? That's what I liked about being a security guard. It was, you always had to get to a point where you were real. You couldn't just be a joker all the time. Oh, jeez. I just blew myself up. Played a joke on myself. Anyway. But I do hate, like, I remember when the prank show, it was like Bam Margera and all these guys, and they're like Jackass, and they're all doing like all the, and everyone's like, it's so funny. And I was like, is that really? I don't think it is. I remember there was a show called, what was the show called? It was a show where people put their own submissions in, their own videos. And it was like real bloopers and blunders in real life. And it was one of the worst, like, low common denominator show ever. But people liked it. It was one of those. I didn't like it, but I would watch it, but I knew it was bad. And it would be like a guy getting kicked in the nuts. And then there would be like music like boing, boing. And then there would be like a comedian, the guy from Full House. He's like, hey, look at this guy. I don't think he's going to like to have lunch later. And then someone kicks him in the nuts and you hear a sound effect, go, doing. And it was terrible. It was a bad show. And it wasn't funny. And I never thought that was funny. I still don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny to, like, mislead people. And also irritating people seems to be funny to people. Like, I know I'm carrying on a lot today, but I know that to a lot of people, this will be entertaining. To other people, they'll be like, it's okay, he has to get it off his chest. But there's some people that are like, I love to see people irritated. That's great. I love it. It's fun. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. Why do people like that? Why do people enjoy that? It's low common denominator. Can't we do better? Can't we reach higher? I'm trying to take you higher. Can I take you higher? Can you take me higher? Can you? Out where? Can you take me higher? What's this buried treasure routine? Wait, hold on. Oh! There's buried treasure somewhere. Well, what's more important, buried treasure or fucking, like, actually playing this game? This is where I have a problem with this game, is it kind of gets lost a little bit. But there is, I mean, it's cool that you're doing more stuff, but, like, have you ever heard of doing too much? Oh, there's the treasure. Okay. I don't know, is that the treasure or is that just something else? I don't know what's going on. I will follow the treasure. I do want treasure, so I'm going to follow. All right, what do I do now? Oh, nice. Okay, that actually works really well. Oh, jeez. Yeah. He's got a minigun? Seven players left. Is anybody here? No. We're in good shape. We got 100% life. What are we missing gun-wise? We got some good guns here. Might as well just fire them off. All right, we got empty space here. There you go. Got him. Thank Christ. 4 players left. Looking good. Playa. Looking good, playa. Alright. Can you take me? Alright, here we go. Higher. Also, I will say, I do think, although that's nice too. Alright, let's just use the weapons we have. I was going to say I kind of do like the rocket launcher thing, but we don't need it. Can you take me higher? Out where the blind man sees. Alright, here we go. Who's left? Wow. It's a standoff. I love it. Come on, man. What do you got? Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble, there's no mistaking it. That's a victory. I believe that's our second victory. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody tell me. I feel a lot better. That helps. You know what? Nothing helps more than winning. Somebody said that. You know who said that? I said it. A guy named Austin Reeves said it, and he was right. Winning is the best. We have 6 eliminations. Accuracy, not so good. Damage to players, 933. Not sure what that means. Headshots 1. That is fun. That was good. This is good now. OG is finally really good. To the point where OG is so good, I actually forgive you guys. I forgive Fortnite. I had a temper. Have you ever had that thing happen where you I remember like as a kid going to like a party with my family and we're just all fighting because it's Sunday and we all have to go back to school. My father was a teacher too, so he had to go back to school too. We all had to go back to school. Nobody was in a good mood. And we were all fighting with each other. My father, my mother, my sister, and me. And this is where like, you know, my sister's 2 years older, but she was still young enough. She must have been like 14. I was probably 10 or... Well, if she's 2 years older, that means I had to be 12. I'm pretty good at math. And we'd hop in the car and we'd go to Grandma's house, Grandpa and Grandma. And it was a long drive. We weren't getting along sometimes. We'd fighting, and you just feel off. You just fight, and nobody. Of course, I'm not saying shut the fuck up. My dad was an Italian guy. I'm 30% Jewish, but I'm 49% Italian, and you do not fuck with an Italian dad. And we're you know, it's Easter time right now, so I like in real life, so I can sort of tell the story and maybe people can identify with that. especially on Easter. That was a perfect day. Easter is usually on Sunday, and you were miserable. You'd have to go back to school the next day. I never really enjoyed Sundays because you'd have to go back to school. I hated school. I never liked school, actually. I liked the learning part of it, but it was never about the learning, was it, folks? It's a social experiment, isn't it? It's all designed to get you ready for real life. It's designed to make you fit in with the crowd. Fit in with the crowd. Be part of the crowd. Part of the team. Be popular. That's kind of what high school was. It was like, I feel like high school was a bit of an experiment, but I digress. So you know how you go, like especially like on Easter Sunday, you go with your family, and you're just like, and then at the end of it, you leave grandma's and grandpa's house, and you just had a nice meal and a nice dessert, and everybody had a good time. We watched some Sopranos and whatever, and then you go home, and on the ride home, everybody's like, hey, you know what? And I'm like half asleep, and I can hear my father say to my mother, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry. He wouldn't, that's not what he would do with my family. It was more of a physical thing. My old man would put his arm around my mom, and then he'd fucking strangle her. I'm kidding. He would put his arm around my mom, and then he would, and he would go like this, and they would kiss. And that's how you knew that everything was okay. And that's how I feel. After getting that victory, I know it's a long story. It's a long way to go. Listen, it's one of those days, man. Today is one of those. We're playing through it today. Whatever it is that I have to play through, I'm playing through it. And I'm actually in a great mood. Because normally I'd be getting ready for work right now. Normally. I'd be getting ready for work right now. I was trying to say now and ended up going, oh, that's okay. I'd have to be at work by 4:30 on a Saturday. By the way, they were taking my Sundays away from me, so I would have had to work Friday and Saturday. That would be it. And even though that's good enough money to keep you going, the job was not good anymore. It was getting dark. A lot of drug addicts. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I'm glad we're not working there anymore. But now I got to find a new job. Finding a new job sucks. Especially, I'm not a social person. If I kind of wish I was, just because I could just be like, hit the Rolodex, call the friends, get a job. There's always somebody. You would think as an adult that I would know somebody that has a business, or multiple somebodies that could just be like, hey, and they would be happy. By the way, in my fantasy, they would be happy to hear from me. To be like, oh my God, you want to work for me? As long as you want, man. Finally, a guy that doesn't mess around. We love you, Van Pebble. Yeah. You can work for us as long as you want, man. You know you always have a job with us. And then I just work for them just a little while, just till I get a real job. And then when I do leave them, they miss me. They're like, are you sure you can't stay? We love having you here. That would be fun. That would be a fun life. The truth is far more humbling. I don't have friends. I'm okay with it. Don't get this wrong. I don't want friends. I made that bed. I lie in that bed. I like people. I'm a person myself. How could I not like people? But I don't like being around people. And that's fine. The only thing that sucks is that when moments like this where you could get a job easily from just buddies that you know, I can't do that. Because I don't know anybody. But we do have good guns now. I will say that. We have great guns. We're in good shape now. By the way, I really like these clinger things. These are awesome. They're explosives. This is good for when people build walls and they try to keep you out. And you put a clinger explosive on the wall. It's pretty cool. Can you take me higher? I remember when that song came out. It was so good. This is before we knew what a douchebag that guy was. It was such a good song. Got step. Can you take me higher? Can you? Wait a second, I'm getting a phone call here. Go ahead, caller. Hello, Van Pebble. This is Gene Simmons from KISS. Gene, I'm glad you called back because I know you came in before as God, right? Yeah, that, and I kind of glanced over that. I didn't really explain it to people. Sometimes you call and you kind of, I like how you just got in the bit and jumped out of the bit, but I'm glad you came back. How are you, man? Well, Van Pebble, I'm doing quite well. As you know, KISS is always something that I'm promoting. Are you promoting KISS right now? I'm always promoting. Always promoting. I never stop promoting. Well, what I've noticed is you were singing "Can You Take Me Higher." You got a nice voice, Van Pebble. Thank you, Gene. Do you think really I do? No, I don't. Your voice is terrible. Of course you know that. You know what I like about you, Gene? You don't pull punches. You'll go a little bit and make a joke, but then you're quickly like, of course not, which everybody knows I'm a terrible singer. Yes, but it's good that you try to sing. If I didn't try to sing, KISS would not have formed. And some people say that would have been a blessing. Well, touche, my friend, touche. Yeah, see, you got a sense of humor today, too. Well, you know what it is, Van Pebble? I love Easter. Do you? Yes. I've got some news to tell you, actually. Do you really? Yes, I do. Let me kill this guy first, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, good. That was a good kill. They did a good job. That was very well done. Oh, Gene, I'm sorry. So there. Well, now that you're dead, I can talk about it. I have an announcement, Van Pebble. Go ahead. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Gene Simmons. We love when he comes on the show. He picks it up. Gene, the floor is yours. Make your announcement, sir, please. Well, my name is Gene Simmons. A lot of you know me from KISS. I'm a renowned singer, as you know. I don't really need to go on and on and on, but I want to tell you that this Easter is a very special time for KISS. We have an album coming out. You have a new album? That's right. Just in time for Easter. The name of the album is Suck an Egg. And we're very excited. Aren't you excited about that? Suck an egg. Yeah, I guess. How does it go? Is there a song? Well, one of the songs is actually Suck an Egg. It's one of the featured songs on the album. I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure what to say. Like, it sounds like you're kidding or something, but it sounds like it's real? Yes, the song is called Suck an Egg. And it goes like this. Suck an egg. Suck an egg. Ah, you could suck an egg in honor of the Easter. It sounds a lot, you know what that song sounds a lot like? It sounds like Lick It Up song that you guys do. Well, Van Pebble, that's exactly why we did it that way. We did it for the Easter time. And we've just really used the same song and we just called it Suck an Egg. And I have something else to confess to you, Van Pebble. I have something else to announce. Confess? Announce? What is it? I was kidding. That's an April Fool's joke. We didn't really put an album out. Hello? Hello? Van Pebble? I think he hung up on me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I hung up on Gene. I told you, I don't like this fucking thing. This prank thing is not funny, and that's not funny. That's why I hung up on him. Fucking asshole. I know what? I should have known. You know what hurts? It hurts when friends do it to you. How could he do that? He knows all that stuff I just said. I've been streaming for an hour. You know what, though? I appreciate him doing... At least he told me that it was a joke right away. Because if he would have kept it going longer, I would have been pissed. God damn, he got me again, Gene. Gene Simmons fucking prank. By the way, Gene, it's April 4th. It's a little late for April Fools. God damn it, Gene Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, Gene Simmons from KISS calling our show. That's the end of the clip. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you prankster people. I hate pranks. I hate it. But I love Gene Simmons, though. Thanks, Gene. That was great. Actually, it was good because now we can do a clip. I love when celebrities know when I need a clip. By the way, there's no other time more that I needed a clip than that time. And I know that's an awkward way to say that, but can we yeah. Okay. So there's apparently music going on in this room. All right, we gotta get out of here, actually. Oh, we got 3 minutes, don't we? Thank you. We got 3 minutes. Let's do this. Let's do this. I got it. No, go back to this. Go back to this. Get rid of the balloon. Thank you. Now do this. Okay, there we go. I'm not a big fan of the balloon thing. I really don't like it. But I'm sort of stuck with balloons. Alright. Got 2 balloons now. Great. Great. There's nothing like a sarcastic great. Ready for it? Great. Great. Oh, is it really great? Great. I remember there was a guy that I met, like, I worked at a movie theater for a while, and the guy was so cool that I imitated him because he was really cool. It was probably embarrassing for him because I was acting like I was him. I felt bad for that guy, actually. His name was Ed something. And he was like this really cool guy. He ran the movie projector. He like actually put the film in the projector. And this is I worked at where did I work? Some cinema. And but he had this way of talking. It was like, okay, that's great. It was always like that. Turns out he smoked a lot of pot, but I don't think pot had anything to do with his personality. And I do feel bad because I do want to apologize to that guy because I imitated him for like a year straight, even when I wasn't around him because he was so cool. I wanted to be him, and I know like kids do that with like white kids do it with black guys sometimes. It's very embarrassing. Try not to copy or imitate people if you can help it. It's just awkward for them, and then it's awkward for you because later you have to face the music eventually. Eventually, you got to figure out like you're acting like somebody else. It's not what you are, and it's cool that you use them as a crutch. But like, just imagine what they have to go through, where someone's doing this imitation in front of them, and it annoys them. After a while, it goes from flattering to annoying. You got it, but the guy would do that like great, okay. I don't even remember what he would do. Thankfully. Yeah, I'm so glad. At some point, I had to stop. I was just like, why am I? And then I got stuck in the imitation. I became the guy. It was like, oh no. But I was, you know what though? In all fairness, I was 16 years old. When you're 16, you'll do that. You'll imitate people. Not everybody will, but when you don't have like much of a self-esteem anyway, that will happen. And he was a great guy. I appreciate him for like putting up with that bullshit. Hopefully he's doing well to this day. Later, goat. That's his name, goat. Yeah, you're a goat, all right. There was a battle rapper that once said, "Since you're the goat, you're the one I'm gonna go at." And everybody was like, "Oh, he spelled goat! Oh!" I've got an embarrassing past, you know? Imitated a guy for like a year. This is kind of how he talked a little bit. What else did I do? I listened to, I watched battle rap a lot. I mean, I've got an embarrassing past. I still sometimes do look at YouTube clips of battle rap. Because there are some battle rappers I still think are really cool. Shout out to Danny Myers. Danny Myers, Bar God. The Bar God. I mean, with a name like the Bar God, you know? Since you're the goat, you're the one I'm going to go at. That is actually a pretty good line. I don't think that was Danny Myers. That was Rum Nitty. I know all these battle rap guys. It's so pathetic. In all fairness, I never tried to be a rapper guy. But I have another really embarrassing story, though. I like telling embarrassing stories. It's good. I remember, like, when I was, like, 16, my dad was a teacher, so my parents, we were into basketball, and I was a good basketball player. My sister was good, and there were tournaments that would include like the whole United States, and so there were these kids from like Boston or something, and we basically let them live in our house for like a week or something while they did this basketball tournament, and they were the blackest kids I've ever met in my life. They were like city black kids. And I know this is going to be hard to listen to, guys. Mute your headphones if you're embarrassed easily or if cringe bothers you. I acted like a black guy the entire time those guys were there. It was embarrassing, dude. Like, even now I think about it, I'm like, ooh. But I was a suburban white kid. What do you want from me? I didn't know who I was, man. I was like, it was actually, that was probably when I was like 14. there was the black kids, then there was the guy Ed. I know, I'm ashamed. But it's part of growing up, man, you know? Like, shit, I can't get through there. I had to go this way. Listen, this is part of growing up. That's why, like, it's great to get older because you don't do that stuff anymore. Like, it's really nice. Like, you learn, like, there's no other person to be but yourself. That's it. Like, there's nobody else you'd ever want to be. You don't know that when you're growing up. Also, to get really deep in the woods with it. Oh, wait, hold on. Where is he? To get really deep in the woods with it, what was I going to say about that? I might have saved myself more embarrassment. It was a lot of embarrassing stuff. We'll get to it eventually. That's good though. I like that. I like when we get deep in the woods with the embarrassing stuff. Part of growing up. Holy shit, dude. Get me the fuck out of here. It's a little too much going on here. Let's go this way since we just came from that way. We need weapons, too. We don't have jack shit. I'm sure there's probably a bunch more weapons in here. Let's go. What was I going to say? I don't know. It's good. It's probably good. I was exposing a lot, but that's good. Well, my thing, which is basically what I was going to say, is like, I remember, it's like, my dad was a teacher, so like, he had a lot of kids. He didn't. But what I mean by that is when you're a teacher, at least back in the day, you kind of adopted a lot of kids. Like, kids loved my dad, you know? And my dad was probably more of a dad to his students. Like, he had trouble giving all that stuff to me. He had a sister that was a really good college student. So everybody was like, they loved my sister. Because they knew they weren't going to have to worry too much about her. Me, it was like, what are we going to do with this fucking jerk-off? And really, they did basically nothing because they didn't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do with this guy. I joined the military, which I'm sure they were grateful for that. They're like, good, he'll take himself, he'll do something. But, like, that was a big thing. My father was a teacher, and I remember just feeling like you don't get a lot of the dad when they're being dads done. Like, that's why when people have two families, I'm like, how'd they do it, man? How to kid, like, it's got to be tragic to grow up with, like, where you've got a two-family situation. I didn't really have a stepdad because when my mom remarried, I've told the story many times, my mother cheated on my father with my science teacher. I mean, my life is kind of a book. But, my mother remarried, but I was 21 at the time, so it doesn't really count. And the guy was a great guy. Steve is a great guy. But he was, like, much younger. My mom married a young guy. Because my mom was basically trying to... Like, my mom just wanted to be a different person. She just wanted to, like... She went from being a house mom to being like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna fucking run around town. I'm running around town Sally now. That's what I am. And that's what she did. And she married, like, a younger guy, and then she divorced him, married another guy, divorced him. Like, she got around a little bit. But the dad I never really had that one-on-one time with my dad that I would have liked because he was a teacher. It's not his fault. But he was always at school. And really, like, he was around so many kids that I think he just learned to like people more than he liked me. I mean, he saw so many great kids and he probably was like, I wish that person was my son. You know, which is, listen, it's a reality. It's okay. I get it. Especially when I was running around acting like a black guy or whatever. I mean, like, when I was I'm sure that was like, when you're a parent, you're like, oh my God, what are my kids doing? There you go, man. That's a lot to admit. Nobody asked me to admit anything. I don't mind. I kind of like the guns we have. We're going to keep the guns that we've got. How many people are left? 5? So we don't really need this either. Should we pick up a shotgun? Oh, you know what we should do? Yeah. That's what you want. Alright, we got something going here. I forgive everybody. You know what I mean? I forgive myself. I forgive my father for not being a great dad. For my mother for being a whore. I forgive all those people. It's okay. I get it. We're all human. It's fine. Life is about cutting the cord. At least that's what I think it is about. You gotta cut that cord, man. Cut the cord. Cut the umbilical cord. Cut it completely. Don't depend on anybody financially. Don't depend on anybody. A part of me wishes that he had like a nice group of friends that he could all buy a house together and be financial. But the truth is, it's a lone. This game of life, it's a lone life. You should be the person that can do it alone is the person that will succeed the most. That's what I think. That's why you see Elon Musk. People are like, oh my God, what's the deal with that guy? What is he, autistic? He's just in his own brain, dude. He's in his own world. And guess what? He's pretty happy. He's okay. Don't feel bad for him. What do we got? There's only one person left. Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. 1v1. This is how we're going to see if we can find out where this person is. Excuse me. Interesting. Wow. What? Dude, shrinky dinky do. This thing is shrinking down. Where is this guy? He's got to be down here somewhere. I mean, I'm giving away my location, but it's okay. I don't know where this guy is. Maybe he's up here. Wow. Let's go. We got to go this way. Is he up here somewhere? Oh, yes. I guess he was, you know what he was probably doing? He was probably running from the smoke or whatever, the line, and he couldn't get in on time. That's happened to me before. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have a nice little one-on-one at the end there, but let's take a look at this final victory, ladies and gentlemen. It is the end of the stream. I can feel it. The elimination, there's only 4 kills, but that's all we needed. Accuracy is right around the 17% mark. Last time it was 16%. Not great, but not bad. Another victory? Are you kidding me? Van Pebble. I believe, how many victories is that? Is that 2 or 3? Golly. Dude, we killed it today. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble. If that was 3, I don't even remember whether that was 3. Should we do one more? The only reason I was going to end it is because I saw an X on the top left, which you can't see because you can see my face up there. But that means like the server connector was a little wonky. We're going to go another game because I'm just having a good time. And let's do one more. And then that'll be the stream today. How are we? Yes. Yeah, let's give it one more go. This is the Easter stream. You want to give a little extra for the Easter stream. And I guess, you know, I just want to wish a happy Easter to everybody and everybody's families and stuff. I'm glad, look, I'm happy to be alone. This is my life. I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life. But, go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. You know. I think also, even when I was a kid, even in those days, I couldn't wait to not have to deal with people. I mean, first of all, those particular people that I was born with, it wasn't a fit. It wasn't a match. I don't know, for whatever reason. We might have similar DNA, but I didn't really have a good, like, chemistry with my father or my mother or my sister. We're just not, the chemistry's not there, you know? And maybe it's me. Maybe I had to figure out, obviously I told you I had identity issues when I was growing up. I was imitating black people. I was imitating some guy I met who was a movie theater guy. I was searching for something. And we found it in ourselves. We found it in ourselves. We found power in being alone. But that's not everybody's story. That's not what everybody does. So to those people out there that have a tight-knit family, I wish you all well. That you all get along well. What better time to get along than right around the holidays, especially Easter. It's a nice holiday, actually. I like it better than Christmas because even though I like the Christmas feeling of like, oh, everybody, holiday, there's that feeling of like, sit back, drink your eggnog, and thank God for everything you got this holiday season. But like, to me, that it's a little too like cold outside. I don't really like Christmas that much. Easter I like a lot better. I like, because it's a nonsense holiday as far as like the Easter Bunny and stuff. I mean, it's a made up. That part's made up. I know it has something to do with the Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. Hallelujah. God bless us all. Lord God. Lord God. God bless us. God damn, Lord God, please bless us, Lord. And I know that, like, I know that that's what Easter is about. It's more of a religious holiday. I mean, Christmas is supposed to be a religious holiday as well. I think the Easter one is supposed to be like, what is the actual here? It's always good to do this every Easter, just to renew my understanding of what the fuck these holidays are. Because I learned so much too. So here's what I'm trying to learn. What is Easter? What does it stand for? What does it mean? What's the point of Easter? The celebration of it. That's to do with the Lord, our Savior. God bless us all. It says resurrection. That's right. It's what I thought it was. It's victory over death, confirming Jesus was the Son of God. Son of God. God damn it, bless us, God. God love us all. That is what it is. It's Jesus came back to life. He was crucified and then brought back. So I think what we're going to do here is, I really do kind of like this, so we're going to jump on this a little bit. Where do we want to go here? We're here. Yeah, I think we want to go like, no. This is great. Look at that. Woohoo! Yo, yeah, I'm going to talk about the thing that I do. Here we go. That's why, like, oh, can we go on the lava? Or will we, let's risk it. Oh, you can! Yes! Oh, that was fun. That was really risky, though. I like risking it though. I'm a risker. Fuck! Alright, I'm sorry that I even played that. I should have ended it. Should have ended it when we could have ended it. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble, that's going to be the stream today. At least we got to mention Happy Easter, and we got to figure out what Easter is. Easter is the resurrection of Jesus Christ Almighty. It is the foundational event of Christian faith, victory and hope. It symbolizes that love and life are stronger than death, providing believers with the hope of eternal life. God's promise. It highlights the fulfillment of God's promise and the ultimate display of his power and his love. The resurrection serves... All right, I don't want to read any more about that. Not everybody's Christian, all right? Also, I'm 30% Jewish. By the way, how does that affect Jewish people? I never thought about that before. I really never... What a dickhead. It's all about me, isn't it? It's all about what I am. I'm 30% Jewish. How does Easter affect the 30% Jews out there? Having 30% Jewish ancestry means you have a significant connection to Jewish culture and history, regardless of whether you're considered Jewish by religious law or if you practice the faith, because Judaism and Christianity are separate religions. How Easter affects that 30% based on common experience. How do people celebrate it? That's what I want to know. What do you do if you're a Jew on Easter? The answer is do nothing. For many, the answer is to treat Easter Sunday as any other Sunday. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 49% Italian. I'm 30% Jewish. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really celebrate holidays anyway. And maybe that's why. Maybe I could tell. Maybe the Jew inside of me was like, bro, this ain't your fucking holiday. You're a Jew. You're a Jew. Ladies and gentlemen, this Jew has streamed the entire stream that he wants to stream. Thank you for coming today. Happy Easter to everybody. Don't take any offense to what we said. We don't mean anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I was raised a Catholic. I had no idea I was Jewish until I was about 50. Literally, I learned last year around November that I'm 30% Jewish. I had no idea. It kind of blew me away because, I was raised as this Catholic guy. And I'm not going to say I wasn't feeling it, but there was part of me that was like, does this really matter? I always thought, does it really matter what religion you are? Because I don't feel like I'm either. I'll be honest with you, I don't even feel like I'm a Jew either. I definitely am, but I don't think you feel your ethnicity, right? Do you? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble. What we're trying to say is we don't care what ethnicity you are. We're here for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do the outro. Let's do the ads. Van Pebble is on all social media. That's not true. We're on most social media. Here's the social medias that I care about. Twitter. Van Pebble's on Twitter. Van Pebble. Here's a tweet. I think Fortnite, and specifically Epic, is mad at people for not playing enough, and that's why they're dragging this April Fool's thing on. That's a tweet I just did because I was so pissed off about an hour ago. I tweeted that on stream. And you can watch that stream, but you can watch that. You can see the tweet on Twitter, and you can comment on it. Hey, I was watching you. I saw your video about that. That's funny, Van Pebble. Van Pebble's on Twitter. Please follow us on there. Also, you can watch that video. We're going to put it up on YouTube. We take the videos that we do. Now, as you can see, we're putting a lot of videos up right now, and people have trouble catching up. So people haven't caught up yet, but that's okay. We're going to keep putting up videos, whether you like it, whether you're ready for it or not. Whenever you're ready, this is my Easter gift to everybody, to be honest with you. I'm giving you content that you can watch for your days off if you need something to watch. But look, people are watching it, guys. It just takes a while for people to get into it. And look, I kind of know what I'm doing now. Remember I said earlier that I didn't know my identity and I didn't know what I was doing? That's all changed. I know who I am, I know what I'm doing, and I'm giving you gold. I'm giving you a guy that knows his identity, has figured it out. And we're constantly figuring it out. I know that. Things will change. In about 5 years, I'm going to be talking like a Jew. Hey, what do you think of this one? I already kind of talk like a Jew. In 5 years, I'll be talking like, who knows? Who knows if I'll be talking? Maybe I'll just be doing sign language. But we're not here to offend deaf people. Van Pebble is on YouTube. Let's focus. And you can like the videos. You can subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm proud of this. We're doing great work here. And I've got a couple videos that I haven't even put up that I can't wait to put up. So please go watch, enjoy. Thank you very much in advance for supporting the channel. Van Pebble's on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble is on Twitch. Please follow us on Twitch. Thank you to everybody that follows us already. I sincerely wish you all happy days. Whether it's Easter or you don't celebrate it or whatever, I just want you all to be successful and happy. And I wish you all well. Please follow us on Twitch. If you'd like to give me a sub, you can. I'm not affiliated yet. I still need to do I think I need to brush my teeth 3 times to the left, brush my teeth 3 times to the right. I need to wipe my ass 4 times to the left and I don't know what I need to do. And I'm kind of don't give a fuck, actually. I'm kind of annoyed by the whole affiliation thing, but who cares? If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'll figure out how to get affiliated somehow on my own. But if you want, really want to help me, go into the chat room. 3 people I need chatting at the same time. I'm not a chat streamer, so it's pointless, kind of. If you really want to donate money to Van Pebble, this is how you do it. Go to PayPal, and you see PayPal where it says send money. Type this in. At Thomas Paul Vino. No spaces, no capital letters. At Thomas Paul Vino. ThomasPaulvino. That's an Italian name. Paul Vino. Hey, bada bing. And it's no spaces, no capital letters. At Thomas Paul Vino on PayPal. Thank you so much in advance. I appreciate it. I could use a little Easter gift. That'd be nice. And I just want to thank, really the best way to support me, besides giving me money. If you don't have money, just watch me and support me. And you can whisper at me. People have whispered. This person, it's Sophia, whispered at me. Smith Gamer whispered at me. Jason Moiter whispered at me. Alex. A lot of people have whispered at me, and they've said, we like you. You're doing a good job. That makes me feel good about myself. And ladies and gentlemen, I like this new music a lot. It's very good. Let's just sit back and relax. Let the music be the star. Let the music be the star. Oh, I like that. Ooh. This is good. Nice. So there's about another hour left, maybe 50 more minutes. We're just gonna let this play. I'm just kidding. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you everybody for being part of this. I appreciate it. I had a great time today. I hope you had fun. I know you had some fun. Come on. Listen, I've said this to many times to people. I'm an adult streamer, so I'm going to be talking from a guy's experience, from a 52-year-old. I'm 53, actually. So I'm going to be speaking from that perspective, and I think people are either going to, they're going to be younger, and they're going to. When I was younger, the things that I enjoyed most in life, entertainment-wise, were older people, older musicians, older bands. By the time I was a kid, when I was a kid, the people that were the people that I listened to, like Steely Dan and all these guys, they were like in their 40s. Right? So I guess I understand. If I'm coming across bitter at all, it's because I am an older person and I see things, maybe I don't see things as sugar colored as everybody else does. But I definitely am a positive minded person. I definitely am that. I like this music a lot. Thank you guys. I think we're going to try to play some HD poker. I think that would be a fun experience. So we'll probably have some more great music to play. We probably won't. When we play poker, there's not a lot of music going on, but periodically we'll jump into some music, have a little conversation. The HD poker is good for conversing with people. It's like playing cards and just talking whatever's in your brain. And so I think that's what we're going to do next, and then we'll see what happens for the entire day. It's already 3 p.m. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. So this day is kind of like, this day is going. And I'm in great spirits. Catch us at playing HD poker. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Peace.